Hi guys, it is Patricia and today is Tester Tuesday. I'm going to call this Tired Tester Tuesday because it is early in the morning. I'm actually got my Zumba hat on. I'm going to film some Zumba and then jump in the shower. So we're going to make this efficient if possible. So if you're new to my channel, basically I have a lot of testers to use up. I came up with a series that I do 2 warm reviews each week with you guys, and you guys help by deciding on which ones I'm going to do each week by voting at the end of the video. So this week we had a lot of votes, and I think what it is I put a community tab up because the votes were very, very close between 5 out of the 6 scents. And then I put a community tab in addition to the Instagram and the regular voting. So we had 196 votes. And in first place we had this pink colored wax. Now don't laugh, this is mutilated. But this pink colored wax, and it's called Lonicera. It had 26% of the vote. In second place we have this pretty orange colored wax, and it is Sunkissed Citrus, and this one had 18% of the vote. So the order, it went Lonicera, then Sunkissed Citrus, then we had Peppermint Dreams, Dazzling Pomegranate, Autumn Blaze Maple, and Crisp Orchard Air. So let's talk about our first place scent this week. It is called Lonicera, and here are my used up testers. And here is the mutilated wax. Now the reason it looks like this is because what I like to do to remove wax from my dish, my preferred method for sure, is to turn the warmer off and just let it cool. Now when it gets to almost like a Play-Doh consistency, which usually takes around 20 minutes, maybe up to 30, depending on the temperature of your room, the depth of the wax in the dish, things like that. When you can just kind of stick your finger in and make an imprint of your finger, you can kind of scoop the whole thing up. Now the problem with this one is because these are really old testers, the wax kind of had a residue on the bottom and it was sticking to the bottom, so that's why it looks like this. Anyway, normally it looks much better. So on Cold Sniff, these testers were probably at least a medium, if not a medium plus in intensity. And the thing about this is it's retired and it's from 2012. And I thought, is that right? So I asked my director and she looked into it. We both kind of found stuff from 2012, so pretty old. And the testers were still booming. Now, if I had to put this in a category, I would put this in a romance category, a floral romance category. So the scent description for Lonicera, and I looked up, how do you pronounce it? Some people say Lonicera and all this. There's a whole bunch of different pronunciations, so I'm going with what I'm comfortable with. So it says, taste the sweet nectar from a honeysuckle trumpet as warm amber and patchouli hover over a spring garden. So we have honeysuckle, which is a floral, and when I was a kid, there was a honeysuckle bush outside my house. So I'm pretty familiar with that. Then we have warm amber, which I definitely get. Yep. And I usually don't like amber, and I don't know if I really like this on warm very much. But on cold, on cold very much, but on warm it definitely improves for me. And then we have patchouli. I don't think I get a lot of patchouli in here. So if you're someone that would be scared of patchouli, I'm kind of nervous about patchouli. I don't really get a lot of patchouli. So what I did was one of these testers, this one in particular, barely had any wax. It was below this portion of the wax. It was very wimpy. So I took all these, which wasn't even a cube and a half. It was about a cube and a half's worth, all of these testers, because I weighed it out just out of curiosity. I put it here in my bedroom, which is a 25-watt bulb warmer. And strength and throw was fairly decent. I would say 7.5, and I left it going 40 hours over 3 days. So that was maximum strength and throw of about 7.5, but it held its own really, really well. For wax, it's 8 years old. Very, very good. I'd be interested to see how it would do if it was like 6 months old. But what does this smell like to me? So let me put it in Scentsy terms. It kind of reminded me if you had something like a quiver or a cozy cashmere as your base, and then you added in a nice, pretty floral, something like a peony petals or peony petals to kind of sweeten it up and bring it down a notch. That's what it reminded me of. And I must say, I really like this much better on warm than I did on cold. And I was happy with it. Excellent bedroom scent, very romantic, very nice in a bathroom as well. Might be a little strong for a bathroom, to be honest. But almost if you had a fancy living room, this would be nice in there too. So if you're someone that likes quiver, cozy cashmere with a little sweet floral added to it, you might really like Lonicera. And would I consider voting this back and bring back my bar? I probably wouldn't actively vote it back, but if I saw it come back in the scent list, I would be pleased with it. and maybe pick up an extra bar just to have for those romantic bedroom times, and that is Lonicera. So let's talk about our second place scent this week. It is Sunkissed Citrus. And this might be good. It might kind of wake me up today. On cold sniff, this is about a medium intensity as well. And this is a current scent. It's been out for a long, long time, and it's in the citrus category. So the scent description is lively blend of oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruit. So this is a very orange dominant scent. I would say at least 2/3 orange. The orange is kind of a syrupy orange, a flat orange. It's not high effervescent tone or anything like that. It's kind of a saturated scent, if you catch my drift. It's kind of like a flat scent, but that doesn't imply that it's not good. I just mean it's a heavier scent. It doesn't have a lot of airy notes. Then you get the other things. I feel like I get lime and grapefruit the most, and maybe not as much lemon, but sometimes it changes when I smell it. Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, it's very simple, but nice. I would say, I got interrupted there. I'll edit that part out. I had a lot of testers of this, and I have previously warmed this bar, so I have been familiar with it. Before, when I warmed it, I found it was fairly strong. So I divided all these testers up amongst 3 areas: my open concept space, my son's room that he just interrupted me, and the bonus room. Now, it didn't do the greatest, so I'm not sure if it was just my nose that day. The bonus room was the worst. It was about 5 out of 10. His room was about 6 out of 10 strength and throw. And with my open concept, it kind of felt like the maximum strength and throw came later, like it built. And then I could smell it. I would say about 6.5, which is lower than I remembered. So I called up my sponsor and asked her if she had any bars, and she gave me a bar, and it's kind of beat up. She taped it back together on the side here. But anyway, I'm like, I'll take it because I just want to try to warm it. So I took 2 cubes from this bar and warmed it here in my bedroom. So all those other spots that I didn't do the greatest with, I kept it going a day, and then I took it out because I just couldn't smell it. And here in my bedroom, it did much better. I could smell it much better, 7.5, maybe even 8 out of 10. I left it going at 25 hours over 2 days. It's still up there in the warmer, and I could probably warm it some more, but I'm kind of over the scent, warming it in so many spots the last few days. So I'll probably take it out. But it's quite light now, so I'm going to take it out. This would be great in a kitchen. This would be great in an entranceway. It's nice and welcoming and vibrant. Great, get rid of food odors. Great for days that you're cleaning. If you're someone that likes oodles of orange or citrus pop or orange dreamsicle, any of those orange scents, you may want to add this to your arsenal because obviously it's very orange dominant with the zing of the grapefruit and the lime and a little bit of lemon. A lot of people mix this with like Vanillabean Buttercream and sugar cookie to give it like a bakery orange buttercream cupcake kind of idea. It would soften the orange a bit as well if you don't care for orange. And will I repurchase this? I probably will finish this bar and then maybe always have a bar on hand because it's just a straightforward orange scent. Can't really go wrong. Nice and vibrant. Excellent in the cleaning line. People love it in the cleaning line. I'm going to start picking up some more in the cleaning line just because I have kind of ignored this scent, and that is Sunkissed Citrus. So let's move on to drawing for the 6 scents for this week. I'm going to draw 6 scents from this box that you can't see, and I find that we are getting down in Tester Tuesday scents, so we're doing very well, but I have my rejected pile there. So you guys are going to vote for 2 scents by Wednesday morning. Please check the pinned comment to see if voting is open or closed. And you can always vote on Instagram if you cannot vote on YouTube. I haven't fallen asleep yet, so we're doing okay. I'm not a morning person. My mom used to call me Oscar. It's funny because I call my daughter the Grinch because she's got anyway. Scent number 1, Vanillabean Buttercream. Scent number 2, Pastelitos. Scent number 3, Bubblegum Blast. Scent number 4, Spiced Pear. Scent number 5, Mandarin Grapefruit Amber. And let's go on the singles. I don't have a lot of singles, but let's grab one. Scent number 6, Seashore. So our voting options for this week, this is a mess of a video. Vanillabean Buttercream, a current scent in the bakery category. You can get that all year round. Pastelitos, A scent from La Havana collection, and then it came back for a spring and summer season. It's retired. Bubblegum Blast, a former kids fragrance that is also retired. Spiced Pear, a scent that came back about a year ago in Bring Back My Bar. Mandarin Grapefruit Amber, a former body care scent that they brought into wax, and then that was around for a while. It retired a couple years ago. And Seashore. I have no idea about Seashore. Have I smelled this before? It's very light in color, almost looks faded, so I'm a little... It does smell, but it's not very strong. So anyway, just give you a heads up. Seashore. So those are our voting options this week. Thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.